Welcome everyone to my very first video on Button Around. My name is Chris. I'm going to show you how you can use some of the new Mario Brothers Anniversary items to farm balloons instead of jail bars, which will make your beaches much more accessible and make them look a little more inviting. For those who don't know about it, jail bars are tall enough to block and guide gift balloons to lower parts of your island. What happens is the balloon floats in, hits the bar, and if you have a lot of them connected, it'll travel all the way down until it finds an opening. The reason for doing this is if you put enough jail bars in strategic areas, you can actually make sure the balloons will always take a specific path. And that means you don't have to run around the island looking for where the balloons randomly spawned, and you can end up getting DIYs and other items much faster. You can see all the bars right here. Sometimes you have to get a little creative if there's a land break. You can place them here and there, so it's not perfect. You won't always get to where you want to be, but it's the go-to method for farming balloons. Unfortunately, the drawbacks are that it kind of cuts you and your villagers off from accessing large parts of your beach and makes it look a little unappealing unless that's part of your island's aesthetic. For many, it's a small price to pay, to get all that sweet loot much faster. With it being the 35th anniversary of the Super Mario Brothers franchise, they've introduced a good number of Mario Brothers themed items you can get from the Nook kiosk. You go into the shopping area and then hit R, and you'll be able to buy all sorts of neat stuff. What we'll be looking at is the floating block. You'll need that or also the thwomp. Thwomp is going to be alright, but the question block and that floating block will be what actually lets you, pass through your little walls that we're going to be building here. That will replace the jail bars. So I've set up the floating block, thwomp, and question block next to the jail bars right there, just so you can see how tall they all are in comparison. They're at the same level. And with Thwomp, keep in mind, you actually can't walk under him. It just won't let you, like you can with the question and the bricks. And so, don't mind the dead bird. I love walking under this masterpiece over and over again. It's so fun. Alright, I'll show this again in a little bit at a much slower speed, but you can see here where the balloon comes in. I've created it using the question blocks. This is on the far left side of my island, and you see how I kind of nudge a few of the blocks half a square to the left. That's purely cosmetic, and I kind of wanted the outline of those blocks to kind of match the contours of the shore. I could have just as easily, much easier actually, to just make a straight line down if you like, but again, I'm just a little picky in regards to that. But as you'll see, the balloon comes out around that last block, which sets it on that path right there, and pop. I'm going to take a little bit of a jaunt from the left side of the island to the other. My island's split up into 3 sections, a little cutesy pink one on the left, more of a kind of neutral zone in the middle, and then on the right side it's going to be kind of a spooky town. And on the right, that's where I use Thwomp and the regular block, because I just think the look just fits a lot better with it. So, as you can see, I already started the process of placing the old barrier with the new one. I went with Thwomp in there just for the look, because I think it just matches my spooky town pretty well. So I'm just using a couple floating blocks between each Thwomp just to let you walk under. It works just fine. Well, it seems as though my work is already paying off. I was just about to show y'all how the blocks kind of connect and how they don't connect, but gotta get to the balloon first. It's already on my path. Fun stuff. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see what that is. Surveillance camera, huh? Can't have too many of those. Alrighty. So, back to business. Alright. So let's throw out I'll throw out a floating block. And that was, oh wow, I actually nailed it. That was great. That doesn't normally happen on the first go, so. See, I actually meant to pick up the bricks. But, here we go. I'm gonna use the shadow. Oops. There we go. And yeah, see, it can be really annoying when you kind of misjudge it, and that happens a good bit, or you can. Bam. Nope. See, half a square away, but yeah, you'll find out when you actually try to do it. And of course, it's easier with the swamps. But let's see here. I know I have another. Oh, floating block right there. And at least with the thwomps, you can grab them, pull them, oop, and kind of correct them in that way. So that's going to be a bit easier, and of course require less blocks. I can't begin to tell you how many blocks it took to make the one on the left, the berry on the left. But I can show you these are all the jail bars I've harvested back so far, and it's not even all of them yet. I still have half of the right side to grab. Here's the balloon replay in real time, and I wasn't even expecting the balloon to come by that high up, so I kind of panicked and tried to find where it was. But there you go. But again, you know, I didn't even have to have those blocks lined up that far on the left. You know, that was just artistic license, right? You can do a straight line if you like. You can do it further in onto the grass. But, I want you to look here where I nudged it to the left, the half block. With that, it's not really pushing the balloon back to the left. It's just kind of making it hold the line. And I noticed, see how there's that one shift. It just passed, and now it's passing the second shift to the left, and a third shift to the left. And that's the limit. If you try to put in a fourth kind of shift to the left, a half block, it's just going to cut through between that shift and the previous one. A lot of trial and error with this. Here we go. As far as the blocks, the way you shift them to the right, they don't have to be a half block shift. You can do a full block, diagonal to the previous one, and it won't let the balloon go through. Again, I can't begin to tell you how much my beach was just blocked off with all those jail bars, and so this was a nice surprise. We were wondering what I was going to do with all those thwomps. I was on the far right side, and then a balloon came by, and I thought, hey, let's see if it blocks it. It does. And lo and behold. So I decided to check with the floating block and question block, and those worked as well. So it's been a good part of the night doing this. It's really hard, actually, to kind of nail down the spacing since everything's floating, but it's well worth the effort. It really is. Alright, thank you all for watching. Please pardon all the choppy edits. I don't actually have a capture card. I just stitched together all the video caps I did through my Switch. So Apologies for that jitteriness, but I may do some more videos, we'll see. I hope this was very helpful for you, and if it was, please like it, subscribe, all that stuff that I'm supposed to say at the end of the video. Cool. Thanks for watching Button Around.